What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Press X Podcast, episode 31, your weekly podcast for nerdy news and opinions coming at you each and every Monday at noon Eastern. I'm Kevin McManus. With me, as always, you couldn't weasel your way out of it.
I tried.
Kellen Willard.
What's up?
This is a really weak news week.
Really weak?
Yeah, it's just a bad news week. There's like nothing. So we'll talk about general gaming news and things, but there's really not a lot to talk about. Gamescom's coming up soon, so I feel like people are holding their cards close to their chest, though Microsoft's not going to be there and PlayStation's not really going to be there, so doing conferences at least.
Oh, yeah.
The big thing that happened this week was Suicide Squad came out, whopping 28 on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
That's better than I thought it would be.
Currently lower than BVS, deservingly so. Doesn't deserve to be that low, but so I saw the movie. You did not see the movie.
Thank God.
So at the unpopular opinion part, we'll talk briefly, spoiler free, about Suicide Squad, and then after that, I'm going to do a full spoiler one that I'm just going to record myself because you haven't seen it, and I'll tack it on at the end. So other than that, let's start with what we've seen, what we've been playing, etc. Yeah.
What's that?
What have you been playing?
What I've been playing?
Yeah.
Well, my Xbone came in.
That's true.
So, beat Halo 1, of course. So, first thing I do is play an 01 game on my Xbone.
Yeah, that's the thing about that console. Like, I'm most excited when they're like, hey, this old game's playable on it. Yeah. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, that's why I love Halo 1.
I can play Red
I'm
Dead.
now on Halo 2. That game's still really good.
Yeah. I played a lot of Halo 2 when that first came out.
I did too. A couple chapters into it, or whatever they call them.
New cutscenes are beautiful.
They're gorgeous. Yeah, they look really good.
Blur did a great job.
Yeah, they did. It was a good up-res.
Mm-hmm.
Good redo. Looking forward to going through that again. Setting myself up probably to not like Halo 5, though.
Oh, yeah. And everybody else.
I'm probably not going to like that from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Because I'll probably do that after I go through one through
You'll
4.
get to 4 and be like, we're going on a downhill.
I remember not thinking highly of 4. I only went through it once.
And then you hit 5 and you're like, oh, this is just worse than the other ones.
Yeah, I've got Quantum Break installed. I'll probably do that in a week or two.
I think I may have given up on Quantum Break.
Well, that's your own fault.
I watched the TV episode. I was like, this is not great.
That was not.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a web series. It feels like a web series, but the only web series that I think are like decent are ones with characters that I already know and like. Yeah. So I watched it. I was like, this is kind of terrible. And then I was playing the next thing, and I was like, this is just really generic.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be.
So I may be done with that game. We'll see. But
I'm gonna try it.
I think I'm tapping out on Quantum Break.
I'm gonna try it. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah. Maybe I'll hold on to it until you say.
I own it, so you can send it back. So.
Oh.
I bought it, so I have it.
Okay, never mind. Anything else?
Play a little more.
I know you watched the Fast and Furious movie.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Went through.
So you didn't get to the good one yet.
The first one's the best one.
7.
I haven't seen that. I don't know anything about those.
Oh, you haven't seen 7?
I haven't seen 5, 6, or 7.
Oh. Have you seen 1, 2, 3, and 4 before?
Yeah.
All right.
Going in order.
You get most excited when Halo 1 on the Xbox.
Halo 1 and Need for Speed. Need for Speed. Played a little more Tokyo Mirage. Almost done with it.
Yeah, you are almost done with it. Well, what? Never mind. I don't want to get into spoilers.
We'll do that next week.
Gosh.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
A little bit of side stuff to do, and then I'll be done with it.
You may not be almost done.
If there's more.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's a particular thing I want to ask you, but I don't want to ruin anything. So.
Okay. That's about it.
I've done a lot of games this week. I went back to Dark Cloud, finished Yellow Drops level. There's a whole nother dungeon after that. I thought that there was like just a little segment and then like the boss fight. Now there's just a full-on one of the most floored dungeons there. So I'm going through that pretty quick.
You're running fast.
Yeah, I'm not too far away. I played more Quantum Break, like I said, not really enjoying that. Played more Final Fantasy 13-3. It's more of the same, beat some bosses. I'm pretty close to finishing the story of that game, then it's just side quests. Though I might just save the game and like you could sleep in a hotel to make time pass faster. I might just save the game and sleep in the hotel until the final day and see if I can beat it.
See how that goes.
That is my shining endorsement for that game. I may just skip the whole thing and see if I can beat it. Obviously I've been playing more Pokemon Go. Nothing new. Hatched my Kabuto.
About time.
Kabutops is my favorite Pokemon, so we're getting there.
Low standards, I see.
Yeah. We played a little Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward.
I like that game so far.
Yeah, very Danganronpa.
Very Danganronpa.
Yeah. We finished just the first escape, the tutorial, and then the first like novel section.
What called the first novel?
We're in the second escape, and we paused. I want to play a little bit more of it after we eat later. I do like the game.
I do like it too.
I've heard, I don't know, but I've heard it's pretty short. It seems like it's going at a decent pace. Yeah. And then it's just really replayable.
The branches, we looked through them. My God.
Yeah, it literally shows the branched paths,
like 1,
and
1,
it's
3,
all over the
6,
place.
And then 48 or whatever.
Yeah, so we're playing through that on the Vita TV, which is nice, because huddling around a Vita doesn't work very well.
Yeah, I'm not doing this.
But I like that game so far. And then I've seen 2 movies. One is Suicide Squad, which we'll talk a little bit about, and I'll talk way more about.
Sorry.
And the next one is Nerve. This is the Emma Roberts. Have you seen anything for this movie?
I've seen the poster. I'm like, I don't know what this is. And I just
so basically, it's a very cool concept, and it hit at the perfect time with Pokemon Go. Basically, the concept of it is there's a game that's truth or dare with only dares, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And you sign up. You have to pay to watch. You sign up, and it takes all the money from the people watching, and they get to dare the other people, and it collectively like uses the money, and it's only in one city, which is something I didn't know from the trailers. It's only in one city, and if you quit your dare or you say you're not going to do it, you're out, and like you can't just rejoin. You're out of the game, and it goes until there's one person left, and that person gets all the money that these people have put in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a cool concept. And then basically it starts out, she's like, it's got the Mean Girls, the Duff, like Easy A, high school drama type thing going on, where there's clearly like the mean girl that you're supposed to hate and the nice guy and all this stuff. But basically what happens...
All the roles are filled, yeah.
And it's kind of cool. It intertwines all the players because everybody's playing at the same time, and it expects the watchers to like go film the players. So they're not in the game, but they still are expected to like film them doing the stuff, and you can watch it from all these different angles and things. But it'll start intertwining your stuff, which was the coolest part of the movie. So like, for instance, it'll pair up 2 people, and they'll be doing something, and it'll tell somebody else to do something that messes with what they're doing. So it's like this whole network. It was really neat. I really liked how they did. A lot of the movie was, this is going to sound weird, but a lot of the movie took place like through the screen. So it was like almost like you were looking through the computer screen, and you could see what they were clicking on and stuff. Yeah. And when they were texting, their text would pop up, and it was very stylish like that. I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. The finale was like the last dares that they were doing, all that stuff. It got like ridiculous, and if this remotely existed in the real world, everybody would just be like, take your clothes off, like that would be all the dares. But they do at least let people know that like they do have a dare. It's in the trailer. They do have a dare where they have to like strip basically, and they show the comment section, and it's just hilarious. Yeah, it was a really fun movie. I don't know if it's a movie. It kind of reminded me of Cloverfield in that I don't know if it's a movie that I would want to be like, yeah, let's watch it again and watch it again. The new Cloverfield, not the first one.
Yeah.
Like watch it again, because it does build that anxiety as the dares get like crazier. They start out like kiss somebody, and then they end crazy. But
it'd be an easy game to win. I dare you to kill yourself. No? All right, you're out.
Well, I don't think it works exactly like that.
Well, it should.
I think they have different tiers, and there's some sort of overall thing like monitoring
there's some
the
rules
dares.
to this.
Yeah. But I really liked it. I'd definitely recommend it. At least just as like a popcorn waste your time movie. It's not like a deep, anything. It's pretty funny. There's some funny moments in it. I liked it a lot. So, with that said, let's move on to the shallow news.
Okay.
We have a few extra like viewer questions and stuff because the news is so shallow. So let's just kind of plow through this.
Have at it.
Doom's first set of DLC has launched. Isn't that exciting?
The game's still alive?
Barely. It launched a little bit ahead of schedule. They added 3 new maps. They added new weapon, new item. There's new armors and taunts. The whole thing is $15. I still stand by the Doom's multiplayer was incredibly disappointing. I absolutely hated it, and I don't know why anybody would play that over Overwatch or Battleborn or literally Uncharted, like
Anything.
any multiplayer. It's so generic. The single player was fine, but I hated the multiplayer. I mean, they're not gonna like cancel their DLC plans.
No, they're not
just
gonna shut
from
that off.
whatever. The game sold perfectly fine, but I was just like surprised anybody liked that multiplayer, and it wasn't just like Tomb Raider's multiplayer when the first Tomb Raider came out. Everybody's like, "This is just terrible."
This is terrible. Why do it? Yeah.
That's still a DLC though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no real interest in this. But
No.
if people have Doom, there you go.
You've got DLC.
You've got DLC. Let's talk about No Man's Sky, because this has been pretty controversial.
Okay.
Apparently, I haven't looked. There's lots of leaked copies out. People have gotten to the center of the universe. They've spoiled whatever it is. I haven't looked. I don't want to know.
I'm gone dark on this game. I have no clue.
I sure have too. I basically only read the headlines and make sure it's from like something that won't spoil it.
Yeah, I haven't read anything on this in a couple weeks, so.
So Sean Murray announced that to combat all the pirated copies of the game this Sunday, which will have happened by the time this goes live, they are wiping the servers clean. So everything that's been marked and all that stuff is just going to get completely wiped for the players that at midnight, basically that night. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
I don't know, like, server stuff, so I hope that doesn't, like, make it harder for when the game does launch for people to...
It shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know how that works at all. How excited are we for No Man's Sky?
It's kind of dwindled a little bit, but still pretty excited.
I mean, it's definitely not this high that they launched the game, or not launched the game, but launched the trailers and stuff. I mean, it just can't do that. But I'm excited. He keeps pointing out the game's an exploring game. You just kind of get lost in it.
That's what it is, yeah.
And I don't mind that at all. Like, this might be the game that I'm like...
I got an hour to kill, I'll hop on.
Exactly. Yeah. I play Uncharted when my videos are rendering. Yeah. And I'm waiting for them to get uploaded to YouTube. Or I play Uncharted when somebody's like, hey, I've got to finish the show. We're going to meet up after that. I'm like, all right, I'll play a match of Uncharted or a match of Battleborn. That's kind of my go-to. Yeah. My new go-to might be, hey, I'll explore a planet.
I'll go poke around No Man's Sky for half an hour. Yeah.
Sounds fun to me. It doesn't have to be a multiplayer thing for me to enjoy doing it for a half an hour.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, so I'm actually more excited about this game than I was probably 2-3 weeks ago. Like, I'm definitely higher on this game.
Yeah.
I don't want to say people have reviewed the game because they don't even have they've specifically said there is a day one patch. You guys aren't playing the game like the way everybody else is going to. But it seems like definitely not bad. I would say probably like an 8 out of 10. Like this isn't going to be a experience. It's going to be exactly what we've seen, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Still very curious at what's at the center of the universe. I really don't know. I still think
I'll get there one day.
They said it takes about 30
40
hours.
30 or 40 hours?
Yeah, they said it takes about 40. The people who did it in 25 to 30, like the first guy. I know like not how he did it, but I know the bullet points. He basically said he found the most efficient path to do it. Yeah. Like he figured it out, and then he just did that. Yeah. So it only took him like 25 or whatever. I still think the center of the universe is going to be Earth. I think that would be really cool. It's going to be the Milky Way galaxy. Like that's the one thing they constructed, to some degree at least. I think that would be really, really cool. I don't know that'd be hard. I don't know. They'd have to do some crazy algorithm to do all that, but that's still my guess. But for all I know, the center of the universe is like
a giant battle arena.
That's what I was going to say. Just a giant spaceship battle. Yeah. And you die. And you get launched back out of the universe, and you have to travel back. That'd be actually kind of cool.
Kind of funny,
frustrating, but cool.
That would be hilarious.
You're like, guys, I made it. And one guy who's been there days, who's just insane. It's like EVE Online.
Yeah, I tried that game for a little while.
Didn't like it.
I did like it.
I've had lots of friends that love that game.
I did like it until my ship exploded and I lost everything I'd done for 2 weeks. And I was like, done.
Yeah, that's the problem with that game. The investment when something like that happens, it's like, ooh. It would literally be like in an MMO when you died, your character reset.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Actually, that's kind of a cool idea.
No.
Really?
I mean, it is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a cool idea as long as you make it so that you can like max out your character within a week.
Yeah, make it like where you can get back to where you're at. Not something too crazy.
Yeah.
Fairly quickly.
Huh. But then you just play a MOBA because that's basically the most streamlined thing of doing that.
Yeah. You can do it in 30 minutes.
We don't want to do that. So.
Yeah, we do.
Let's talk about Mario, Pokemon, and Zelda.
Nintendo?
Reports are reporting that 6 months prior to the launch, or not prior, 6 months after the launch of the NX, we will have a Zelda game, which seems to be the launch title.
That seems pretty obvious.
A Mario game, and a Pokemon game.
Okay.
What do we want from NX? Assuming it's the cartridge, it's the cartridge.
It's
take it
be
on the go thing.
Yeah.
What do we want from the Pokemon and the Mario?
Pokemon, just give me a Pokemon Arena for Sun and Moon.
Okay.
They do that pretty regularly.
Really?
They've done a couple of them. There's like a Wii one, there's an N64 one.
There's a Wii one?
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't follow Pokemon until this amazing game Pokemon Go came out.
I think there was a Dreamcast one. I don't know. I know there was a Wii one. I had it on Wii.
GameCube?
GameCube, yeah, that one.
Stadium?
Yeah. What was that?
I have that game.
Yeah.
Never played it.
Yeah.
It's downstairs.
It's better when you have Pokemon, like the handheld versions.
Oh,
really?
So you can
your own
plug
stuff.
it in? Oh, that's cool.
That's
I didn't even know that.
That's what they're for. You
Ah.
import your own stuff, yeah.
Ah.
That's what those games are really for.
Literally didn't know that.
Yeah, you're terrible.
That's cool.
That's all I want out of a Pokemon game on a console.
Okay, that is probably what it'll be then.
I'm fine with that.
You just broke my heart because that's not what I want.
What did you want?
What I want is similar. It's actually the exact same thing.
What?
But different.
The exact same thing, but different.
I want it to be Pokemon Go, and you can import your Pokemon Go Pokemon, and there's a campaign.
There's
like gym battles that you can do with your Pokemon Go characters.
So you just collect the Pokemon and Go, and then put them on the NX and play
and you
an
can
actual.
battle.
You play an actual Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Eh.
That's what I want.
Well, the Go Pokemon don't have the full set of moves, and there's a.
Well, I'm sure they will. The report says that the NX plays phone games.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's got Pokemon Go on it.
There's some type of connectivity.
Assume it has Pokemon Go. I want some sort of connectivity between that and the game. I don't know how. I would love an arena thing where you could like battle online or whatever with your Pokemon. Or a gym thing that's like a single player where it could be like a fighting game.
Yeah, just make it like a gym challenge. You just go through the gym.
Yeah, like it could literally be a fighting game like in Mortal Kombat with the totems, and you go up, like you beat this character, now you go up and you fight that one, and like they could do that, and it's like you do the water one, then you do the electric one, like however.
You do your 8 gyms, and you have your Elite Four.
Yeah, like I think that would be fine.
That'd be all right.
How about Mario? What would you want for your Mario game?
A typical Mario game.
See, I want an 8-bit Mario.
That's fine.
I think that would be awesome.
I figured you'd want Mario 64 remastered for the NX. I mean, that's usually where you go.
You know what I would want more than that, though? I would want...
Mario Sunshine?
No, because I've never played Sunshine, so I don't know.
I like the name.
I would want like the old Mario sprites, like Mega Man did with Mega Man 9 and 10, and just do a new Mario in that style and make it basically Mario Maker with perfectly made levels with some new things. Don't just reuse everything for the new obstacles and new enemies.
New things,
And I'd want the boss to be Wart instead of Bowser.
Why?
Because I think that would be cool.
You got to keep
kind
Bowser.
of a cool throwback. I mean, they could both be in it. How about he's an optional boss?
That's fine.
Okay. But yeah, that's what I would want out of the Pokemon game, especially if it's, or not Pokemon, the Mario game, especially if it's this on-the-go thing. I feel that's a really easy way to
do a level, you turn it off, yeah?
Like, I meant just like from a standpoint of, because we don't know if the on-the-go sections of the game are the full game, because that Zelda game on the go
might be difficult.
Seems difficult.
Yeah.
Without this console being $1 million.
That's fair.
Because I don't think that would run on Vita in any capacity, and the Vita is the strongest handheld there is right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just feel like maybe the on-the-go versions are like the dumbed-down versions.
Something similar.
It's similar to Pokemon Go, where there's things you can do, but it's not the main game. Yeah, and then when you get back to your game, that's when all the stuff you've collected or whatever goes into the game, and you play the meat.
That'd be fun.
I think that'd be fine too.
Just a way to do your side stuff.
Third parties aren't going to like this console.
Probably not.
No.
I don't think they like Nintendo.
I wouldn't if I was a third party.
Yeah.
It'd be like, guys, just make a normal console.
Come on, man.
Or stop making consoles and put your games on real consoles.
Sell your stuff to Sony already.
Jesus Christ. We're going to keep moving. There's lots of Pokemon news because there's not a lot of news.
There's not a lot going on, yeah.
So just real quick for Pokemon Go, some fun things. Articuno sort of came out. That was funny.
Kinda.
Some lady basically woke up and had an Articuno on her game. She put it in a gym. She started a Facebook post for Mystic. It was on the Mystic team. She started a Facebook post and told everybody to go to that gym and like protect it, so the Articuno would always be at the top of the gym. Really funny. They basically just revoked all that stuff. One day they gave it to her. Easy come, easy go.
They decided you don't need this?
Yeah, they took it all away. They said it was an accident. They've talked about some more problems with the game. Obviously, they've stopped all the tracking.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like Poke Radar or whatever.
There
was Poke Vision. They shut that one down a while ago, but there were some other ones popping up that basically you logged into an account and it like fake walked around for you.
Yeah, I've
and then
seen that.
Put all the things on so that you go on your real account and you can go. They stopped all that stuff. I wish they would like fix their thing before they go after
their own
other
tracker. Yeah.
God, it's miserable. They said that they're still working on bugs. There's a bug with escape rates. They said that the escape rates are way too high.
Kidding.
They upped them, and it's obvious. It's impossible to catch anything now.
Yeah.
They also said that the throwing of the Pokeballs messed up. They said the accuracy is off, and it makes it really hard to catch them. They also neutered, by accident, the XP rates. You don't get any bonus XP anymore for having a great throw or a nice throw or curving the ball. They just really fucked the game up to me.
we were doing good. Let's fuck with
to
everything.
be dead honest. They're still launching in like South America and stuff. Some people think Ditto's going to show up as their exclusive.
It could.
Which maybe. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Makes sense.
How do you feel about the state of Pokemon Go right now? Just
seems like it's kind of in a mess right now.
Do you still play it at all? Or
a little bit.
A little bit.
Not a whole lot, but.
Yeah, like I'm still down for it. If anybody calls me and they're like, "Hey, I'm going to do this Pokemon Go. You want to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I have no problems with it like that. But with them getting rid of the any way to possibly find
there's
a Pokemon,
no way to track anything. Yeah.
It's not fun. Like that was the fun part of the game was, ooh, there's an Abra nearby. Let me see if I can find it.
See if I can find it and go get it.
Now it's, ooh, there's an Abra nearby.
Gotta hope it's really close so I run into it, yeah.
Cool. Like, I went to the park with my sister the other day. We were walking around and an Abra popped up on my nearby and I was super excited. I probably spent 10 minutes trying to find it and couldn't find it. And I was like, well, this is just dumb. Yeah. So we walked around a little bit and then it actually started raining, so we left early. To go to Suicide Squad, and we were driving out, and the Abra popped up on the street, and I was like, I mean, I'm glad I got it, but this is dumb. Really I should have got it forever ago. Like, I couldn't find the Abra that was literally right on the street by the park that I was at.
Yeah,
it was so dumb. Anyway, they've revealed new Pokemon for this Sun and Moon. They have, what's it called? Aloha?
I hadn't looked at Sun and Moon stuff, so
I don't know. That's the island they're at.
Yeah.
So they revealed the 721st Pokemon, I guess.
All right.
It's a legendary Pokemon. It's a Volcanine or something.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him yet.
Yeah, they're giving him away at GameStop is the big deal. He is a fire-water Pokemon.
All right.
And he has steam attacks, which makes sense.
So is he on PC?
You know, every once in a while you have a good one. That was the exception.
That's my one for the week.
Basically, in October, if you go to GameStop, you can get a code with him for X, Y, Ruby, and Sapphire. And it'll be the only way to get him. I guess these are called event Pokemon. This is something that they've done. I haven't
for a long time.
I haven't followed any of this, but this is the new event Pokemon. So, cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. So, you don't get them for Sun and Moon, though.
That's what you just told me. Is that I don't get them for X and Y. And
is that how it normally goes, though? You don't get it for the generation that it's
well, if this is in October, Sun and Moon won't be out yet, so.
Right, but can you not transfer your Pokemon? I don't know how any of this works. Yeah, you can. So, like...
Yeah, there's a new thing now. I think it's the Pokemon Bank, where you can just store stuff in there, and whatever game you pop in, you can bring them over.
God, I need to play Pokemon.
Because I don't have the...
Maybe that's the next game I'll get, a Pokemon game.
I don't have the bank account.
I just don't want to ruin my Sun and Moon experience. That's the problem. I don't want to be like, okay, I played a Pokemon, and then Sun and Moon comes out, and I'm like, eh. Because I'm actually, like, fairly excited for Sun and Moon, especially in November, because that's when nothing comes out that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And the only game that I would have been interested in, like, I'm interested in the Call of Duty stuff, but nothing comes out that I'm like, I have to have this, because it's when all the big games come out, and I don't really like those.
Yeah, it's all the huge AAA games.
Like, December has the games I want to play. And
February.
That's far away, though.
Yeah.
Like, December has the games that I want to play, and October And
October's got a couple.
November, there's nothing. And I was like, well, Tomb Raider's going to be November, and that's what I'll probably want to play. And Tomb Raider's coming out in October. So Pokemon's my November game, and I'm excited about it.
Me too.
So I don't want to like water it down by playing whatever the newest one, Black 2 or
X
White
and Y.
or X or Y, whatever. Yeah, I don't want to water it down by playing one of them and being like...
X and Y is the newest generation. They're very good, though.
I mean, I believe you, but...
That's when they finally got away from sprites a little bit.
I think I'm going to try and not play.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Start with Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Also, I like the throwbacks. They have, like, Sun and Moon has Vulpix, but they have an ice version. And they have Ninetales, but they have an Ice Fairy one. And they have Sandshrew, but it's a steel ice. And they have Sandslash, but it's a steel ice. Exeggutor's got a new evolve. All this stuff. I really do think they're doing it on purpose. I think they're going to have so many callbacks to the first 150.
They usually do that, but not a whole lot.
I feel like there's going to be a lot because I really feel like the Pokemon Go is going to be these Pokemon and not the other generations.
Not Gen 2 and then Gen 3.
I really think they're going to just do Sun and Moon comes out. Here's the Sun and Moon Pokemon in this. Then we'll do the Generation 2 and Generation 3.
A couple months Gen 2, a couple months Gen 3. Keep people in
I feel like every 6 months they'll do it, and then every month they'll do an event. So they'll be like, this is Generation 2, and then 2 months in, here's Lugia?
Here's Lugia.
Hey, I got one. This is how you get him. And then the next month is...
Ho-Oh.
Ho-Ho.
Remember the big
Ho-Oh.
gold, Ho-Oh, the big gold bird at episode 1?
Here's Santa Claus.
Yeah, there's Santa.
Here's the next. Like they do it like that. So they're still putting out a new Pokemon, but the generations.
Legendary beasts.
Scattered.
You know.
I think that'd be cool. All right, we talked about Pokemon enough. Moving on. This is becoming a Pokemon podcast.
That's fine.
It's really not though. Especially with how against it Pokemon I was, like when we started.
Before Pokemon Go.
And now I'm like, oh.
Now you're wearing a Gengar wristband?
My brother gave me that.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool.
You're still wearing it.
I like it. I almost have a Gengar.
Oh, my God.
I'm very close. I need to catch like 3 more Ghastlies or something. Anyway, final piece of news. Prey. We watched the trailer. They put out the trailer at E3, Bethesda, last week or a few days ago. They put out the trailer gameplay. Very light on gameplay, but a gameplay trailer for Prey. How do we feel?
Look like, what was it, Dead Space and Bioshock mixed. Doesn't look like the Prey from Xbox 360.
Oh no, that's long
if
gone.
anybody played that, yeah.
I mean, I actually liked especially the Bioshock parts of it. I was like, I can get down with this. Then it started showing kind of the combat, and I was like, this seems a little more action. I mean, Bioshock has a lot of action, though.
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter to a degree.
It does have even though it's just that's not what I remember from the game. I remember walking and turning a hallway and being scared.
And there's a crazy guy with a mask on and a wrench, and you're like, oh, God.
Yeah, like those are the moments that I remember, and obviously like the twists and the story and all that stuff.
Having to trap the big daddies and all that good stuff, you know.
Like, I don't remember the combat. So hopefully, maybe with this game, it's the same thing. Like, yeah, that's the combat, and it's just combat, whatever.
It's fine. It's not buggy.
But it's all about really the character, this world.
More atmospheric.
Because Bioshock's world is fantastic, and these smoke-looking creatures that are...
It's a more atmospheric game than...
I would really like that.
Yeah. Be okay with it.
So my interest in that went from about a 2 to probably a 4 right now. I'll watch the next trailer and see how I feel.
I'll probably keep up with it a little bit, but that's about it.
I don't really like their games very much. I know that's like... But
that's fair.
I'm not a big fan of their games. This is the first one. Like, period, that I've been like, kind of want to play.
Interesting. Yeah.
Let's move on to some questions.
All right.
These are just some quick ones, but there's 3 of them here just to extend it. If you want your question read on the show, go ahead and leave it down below, and maybe we'll get to it. Maybe not.
Okay.
Maybe it's a terrible question.
Most of mine are.
Maybe it's a fantastic question.
Most of mine aren't.
Let's talk about the most thought-provoking game we have played. So, what games have you played, and maybe after you beat it or you shut it off, whatever, you're just like, damn, that was a good question, or makes me question how I think about something, anything like that.
One of them we just talked about. First Bioshock.
Bioshock, yep.
My God.
Got that written down.
Yeah.
That was, without going into too much into the game.
Once you get the the twist around the way he talks to you.
Yeah, no, it's a very smart thing. They tried to do it in Infinite. It sucked.
It's kind of
it was really stupid in Infinite, but I really like that. PT also had a similar thing for me where
it's not even a game.
I'll kill you. Where they clearly treated it as a mixture between a video game and a reality, and they talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
There's lots of lines in the game that allude to it being a game. This is just what Kojima does, though. If you wait in a room, there's a bloody bag sitting on a table, and if you wait there for like 45 seconds, it starts talking to you, and it'll talk about, he says, I walked, but it wasn't me walking, I was seeing myself walking, and like all the stuff. I'm like, he's talking about a third-person camera in a game, and I thought that was really neat, and that's one of those games where I beat it, and I'm like, what did I just play? Like, I'm trying to connect it.
It's like, what just happened?
That happened with Silent Hill, 1, 2, 3. All of those do that. The Last of Us, without getting into spoilers, I'm sure most people know.
What's that game?
The ending of that game, it changes how you look at that game completely. You play the second playthrough of that game, and you're like, huh.
The game has a single player?
It's got really good multiplayer. I can't. I mean, it's an amazing single player. It has very good multiplayer, though. Another one I have here is Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, that game was fun.
That's another one where you're doing your mission, and then you're just like, I'm not 100% sure what's going on here.
I'm not sure why I'm fighting this giant bird.
And I don't know how I feel about it. And then I also have The Witness down, because that game broke my brain. It exploded.
It doesn't seem like it takes much, but hey.
No, it wasn't a long trip. But I was just playing it, and I'm like, okay, I see how this works. Oh. Like, that was me constantly every 5 minutes playing that game. I really need to, like, get through that entire game. I'd love to do that. Just put it out physically, and then I will.
And you would do it?
I'd gladly do it.
When you hit the twist in KOTOR 1, that made me rethink about everything I'd done in the game up to that point.
Yeah, those are the best. The ones where you're like, the second playthrough is changed because of the first playthrough.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because of your opinions on things in the first playthrough.
Yeah, you learn something, you're just like, huh.
I need to play. I need to re-download that game.
That fucked with my brain a little bit. But
I mean, you always talk about it because that's your favorite twist in gaming.
Favorite twist ever, yeah.
And I almost just want to play it, even though I don't like the combat systems or anything.
I've built it up too much at this point, so.
I just want to play it so that I know what it is. Because, like, I was watching a podcast the other day, and they were talking about KOTOR, and I paused it and, like, went forward because I don't want it ruined for me. I need to just do it. Even if I use mods or whatever and one-hit everything.
Download it on PC.
I have it on PC. I bought it for PC 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's true. I did see it on your PC.
So it's not right now.
We can turn on the command console, and I can literally just type in, give me this armor and this money.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah,
because I really don't care about playing the game.
I've played the game enough that usually when I go through it, that's what I do now.
Yeah.
I'll just turn on some ridiculous armor, and nobody can kill me.
I'd like that. It's like Dark Cloud.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's talk more about Pokemon Go.
Oh, Jesus.
And sort of. What games would also work in augmented reality similar to the way Pokemon Go works? This is tough.
Ooh. I don't know.
It's hard. I've thought about some ideas. They're not specific games, but I thought about some ideas.
I mean, you could set like a comic book universe and altered reality, and you go around looking for something. There's enough characters in Marvel and DC that
oh yeah, for
you could set up something like that. I don't know how you would do that though.
You can catch Digimon.
Well, you don't. Not something to catch.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It can't be like Pokemon with like catching stuff. I've thought of since it uses the maps. I don't want to say Silent Hill, but Silent Hill's the one that comes to mind. Where in Silent Hill, when you're walking, you'll walk and the road will just be like destroyed and you can't cross that path. And you know you need to go another way. And I think it would be kind of cool if it almost built like a maze for you out of those, and it gives you like a point to get to, but certain areas are blocked off and things. This way. And if you walk past that point, the game's basically just like, well, it's not tracking you anymore until you go back to before that area where you were blocked off, something like that.
It just turns to static instead of functioning or something.
Yeah, the problem is they need to give you a goal more. Like Pokemon does really well because your goal is to catch Pokemon, but you also can hatch eggs by walking, so you're not wasting your time while you're trying to
You're
catch
just
the
walking
Pokemon,
around, yep.
and you're hitting Pokestops and all this stuff. They need to add a bunch of things. Maybe if you come across certain monsters or things like that, you have to do something or can't do something. Things. It's very difficult, and that's why Pokemon Go is so smart.
Yeah.
The other one I had was just The Witness, because the way that game works is it's a bunch of puzzles. And as you solve puzzles, basically, I'll say juice. It sends juice through a tube to another set of puzzles that you can do, but you can do them kind of out of order and however you want and light up in different areas. I think it would be very interesting if it just spawned these puzzles all over Google Maps.
All over everything, yeah.
And if you solved it, it was like solved on mine. And we're all working together as people to solve all the puzzles. So people could like post online and be like, hey, this puzzle's by my house, guys. How the heck do I do it? And other people go in, but once one person solves it, it's solved. And we're trying to solve all of them.
But after so long, it just resets. Like, you took too long. Start over.
Not that.
That would be hilarious.
But I think that would be, well, maybe you give it like a week and they know like there's the timer. And after that week, it resets. All the puzzles are different.
So I was going to give them a month at least, but a week would be much funnier.
Well, it depends on how many puzzles.
That's depending on how much you got to do.
Because it would be like your whole town would be quote unquote working together to do these puzzles. Once you have them solved, there would be nothing to do besides go to a different town.
Yeah, you got to travel.
But I thought that would be cool, and I feel like it would be rewarding in some way. Maybe if you solve a puzzle, you get something. You know, that was my other idea, though.
Or set up some kind of MMO and augmented reality.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just pick a universe.
You have to meet together. And
you
do
meet
like
or
raid.
Something I thought about is if you had like people, you put bounties on them. Like, well, I need to go kill Kevin's character. I got to be within a mile of him or something.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And it's just like you're being attacked.
Well, you're being attacked right now. Or if you set up, I don't know, you had like a base, you set up your base, and if somebody walked up to it, they could attack you.
Even if it's like Eve, where you have your ship, and if you're not on, your ship is like unattended.
Yeah,
and
like your town, castle, whatever is unattended right now.
That'd be cool too.
You can set up automated stuff. Like, you could defend for me if I'm busy, or or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I really feel like Pokemon Go has opened the door for this, and we're gonna get a lot of shitty games
that are a lot of terrible augmented
reality stuff. But I think we might get one or two gems in there.
Yeah,
and I'm actually really excited because it's something that I've never thought about before in gaming, as being something that
never crossed my mind. Yeah,
would be interesting, but it really is.
I mean, everybody always wanted to go catch Pokemon. Well, except for you, but
Right. No, but I mean, it's just interesting in that it's not a bad idea. Like, no, it's a good idea. And I never would have thought that, especially the GPS
This
stuff.
is a proof of concept, too. So.
Oh, yeah, the game's terrible. I mean, it's not a good game.
As a game by itself, it's pretty mediocre.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's cool. Final question. We're making a fighting game. Similar to Marvel versus Capcom.
Oh, I forgot about this.
We need two companies to fight each other.
Two companies?
Well, yeah, Marvel and Capcom are companies. Yeah. Two product lines to fight each other. What are they going to be?
I don't know.
It's tough. I'll start with some obvious ones.
Yeah.
DC Marvel. I think that would be awesome, having a DC Marvel crossover fighting game.
I mean, you know who always wins every fight ever, though?
DC. Because
Superman, because he's Superman.
Yes.
My reasoning is because he's Superman.
Yeah. DC has gods, and Marvel has humans.
Thor's a guy.
Yeah, they have one demigod.
He's all right.
What else could be a good versus? I'm sure there's animes. I'm trying to think of
there's already anime fighting games, but
oh no, yeah, there's tons that just have like one or two characters. But I would almost rather have like a Persona versus even the Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem fighting game, where it's not like Tokyo Mirage, where it's like this weird mixture of things. Like, it's the Shin Megami Tensei and Persona characters versus the Fire Emblem characters in a fighting game. Like, all that stuff would be cool.
Mass Effect's got enough characters. I'm sure you could pair them with somebody.
Easily. Yeah. You'd have to. I don't know how
you'd have to give them,
they would all be.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be kind of tough to do.
But the characters, for sure.
A good Star Wars fighting game against somebody.
Who would Star Wars fight? That would be.
I mean, I've seen the Luke Skywalker versus Harry Potter fight. That's pretty entertaining, but.
That's not the worst idea ever.
I know. I was like, huh.
A Harry Potter versus Star
I'd like
Wars.
to beat up on Harry Potter characters. It'd be fun.
I mean, that would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll vote that.
All right.
If I could have a game made, it would be Star Wars versus Harry Potter.
That'd be entertaining.
The fighting game.
Fighting game.
That'd be awesome.
Be better than that one Star Wars fighting game we played.
I like that game at least a little.
It's at least a 1 out of 10.
It-
No, it functions, so it's a 3, I guess.
it's something. Okay, let's move on to some game releases.
You're up. Oh, wait.
You're up. Great band. Gareth did his write-ups.
About
Not
time.
a lot of games I know this week,
About
but
time, Gareth.
send them this way.
First
What do we
up,
got?
we get 88 Heroes, Xbone, PS4, PC. 2D platformer with 88 playable characters, which unlock when you complete one of 88 levels within the 88-second time limit. It's actually kind of cool.
Another one of those games. Sounds awesome. You'd probably get bored after 44.
Once you hit
levels.
44, you're like, yeah, halfway done.
Yeah.
Bear With Me, PC. Episodic noir adventure game starring Amber, trying to find her missing brother while being aided by her trusty Teddy, Ted E. Bear. That's his name. I like this game. I'm kind of curious, except episodic kind of, no.
Yeah, it's rough.
August 9th, Blade Ballet, PS4, PC. 4-player robot fighting game, uses a unique spinning mechanic with each character. Adds a different mechanic or different element to fighting.
I have no clue what that means.
Something about spinning makes it different. I don't know. Brutal, PS4. Brutal is a modern reimagining of the classic ASCII dungeon crawler with roguelike elements. Permadeath, choose from different heroes, ranger, mage, warrior, Amazon. Procedurally generated. Kingdom New Lands, Xbone, PC. Continuation of the Kingdoms franchise. Strategy simulator built on the old Kingdoms games. Just new content, more of the same. No Man's Sky, PS4, PC.
I know this one.
You got this.
I mean, basically procedural generated universe.
Universe, yeah. Universes.
Yeah, you can travel. It'll take literally planets are as big as real planets.
Yeah.
It would take that long to go around them.
It would-
There's, I'm pretty sure it's a made up number of years it would take to
It's a long...
visit everything. It's insane. You hop in a spaceship. You can be a trader. Not like
Or a trader.
Yeah, you can be a trader in that you take goods from one place and go to a place where they're more expensive and sell them there, which is probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
You can be an explorer.
Oh, well, you can go find all this stuff for me and I can do the real game.
Yeah, you can be an explorer and just try to
Probably what
explore
I'll do.
things, all while being pulled to the center of the universe. You're traveling closer and closer
I'll
to the
probably
center.
find something I can shoot with
And I
missiles.
imagine everybody meets up in the center for something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
I'm curious.
And by
too.
kind of, I mean I'm very curious.
Yeah.
Looking
I
forward
just
to
hope
this
it doesn't get spoiled for me. Like, I hope to God there's not going to be a post that it's blah, blah, blah. Was it worth being the center of the universe? And it's like, God damn it.
Was Kevin's house worth being the center of the universe?
All right.
That'd be awful. Ollie Ollie Epic Combo Edition, PS4. Collection of 2D skateboarding titles, Ollie Ollie and Ollie Ollie 2, Welcome to Hollywood.
Those games are good.
Never played them.
They're very good.
Uno, Xbone, PS4, PC.
Speaking of very good.
It's Uno.
I like Uno.
I like-
Also, pretty sure they banned that on Xbox last time.
Yeah. 'Cause you'd go in there, there'd just be people on the camera, and you're just like, oh, God, I need to get out of here. I just want to play a game of Uno, kill like 20 minutes of my life, and there's some guy on the camera that I don't want to see that.
I'm going to be honest, though. I really like Uno just as a card game.
As a card game, Uno's great, yeah.
I have Uno downstairs. It's a great game.
As a weird thing to see people on cameras in the middle of the night. No. No.
Uno.
You hear the lady say Uno, and you're like, I got to get out of here. Terrifying. August 10th. Hashtag kill all zombies for the Xbone. In the distant future is kill all zombies is thrusting civilians into a sport of survival where a ravenous zombie population is unleashed in the name of sports entertainment. Huh. Television spectators voting upon how many zombies they want to uncage to make survival harder. That's kind of cool.
So it's kind of like...
It's like if
I don't
it's like if Dead Rising was a TV show. This is what you get,
Yeah.
and you're watching.
I don't want to spoil anything for anything, but it's similar to that, yes.
I don't want to spoil anything for anything.
I don't want to say what it is because now I've tipped my hat at... No. Okay.
Okay. Ray Gigant, PC. Dungeon crawler JRPG with a heavy focus on story-driven narrative and 0 random encounters. Similar gameplay to Bravely Default. That sounds awesome. Because I don't like random encounter. Or sometimes I don't. But
I can't think of a game where like random encounters are fun.
Yeah, I usually turn those off.
They're kind of miserable. Though I will say it's interesting. Final Fantasy 13-3, it has random encounters in that like monsters spawn, and if you hit them, you go into a battle with them. But you can kind of avoid them. But there's only so many of the monsters in the game. So like if you kill all 200 and whatever
they're
whatever slimes, there's going to be one that spawns that's an Omega that's like super strong or whatever.
The original.
And if you kill him, they won't spawn anymore.
That's cool. I like
you
that.
can actually eliminate the population.
You can actually just wipe out a whole
all
fucking...
of them if you want to, which is kind of funny.
It's kind of messed up. I like that it's similar to Bravely Default combat because that game was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Reigns for the PC, iOS, and Android if you cared. Rule of Kingdom on making decisions by swiping left or right in card-based RPG.
Yeah, we're done here. What's next?
Absolute Drift Zen Edition. Master the art of drifting while playing in a stylish minimalist racing landscapes. PS4.
Cool.
Tokyo.
I think Indigo, it may not be this week because it was, I think, newly announced its release date. I don't know if it's this week or next week though. Indigo Prophecy, the game that Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain, it's the first one of their games.
Yeah.
The remaster or whatever, it's the PC European version of it, is coming to PS4 sometime this month. I don't know if it's next week. The 13th comes to mind for some reason. I don't even know if that's
You're just
Tuesday. But that's the number that comes to mind.
Probably not a Tuesday.
I don't know.
Just saying.
Anyway, that comes out. I'm interested in that.
You should get it.
I probably will.
So I can play it.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That's probably how that's going to happen.
All right.
Yeah. So let's move on to the unpopular opinion, the part of the show where you leave your unpopular opinion down below, gaming or nerdy or otherwise, I guess, whatever. Sure.
Whatever.
Why not? And we'll talk about it on the show. Just leave a paragraph and whatever. But we're not doing it this week because we got Suicide Squad to talk about.
We do?
Well, I do.
You do.
We're going to talk a little bit spoiler-free, and then we'll talk about it. So this is my spoiler-free impressions of Suicide Squad. Then when I do the spoiler one, the video is going to cut. It'll warn you, and we'll go into the spoilers. And when I say we, I mean
You're
me.
going to the spoilers.
Here we go. Feel free to ask any questions or anything you want to know. I know there's a million of them going into this. You can just go ahead and do it that way. You got any questions?
I've only got one question. How did I do on my desk thing?
I don't want to answer that.
I didn't think you would.
So Suicide Squad was a movie I was very excited for, just to lay the groundwork. Man of Steel I really like.
Yeah.
I think Man of Steel is really good. I love Batman Superman.
Yeah, you're dumb though.
I've watched it twice in preparation for Suicide Squad. Like the Ultimate Edition of Batman Superman, I think is definitely better than Man of Steel. I really, really like that movie.
I need to watch that, by the way. I haven't seen the Ultimate Edition yet.
It's very good.
Supposed to be.
So I went into Suicide Squad super excited.
There's your first problem.
Super excited, not thinking it's going to be good. I saw the reviews and stuff, but I'll start with, does it deserve a 20 whatever on Rotten Tomatoes?
Is it 28?
26 or something. God, no. This movie is just a fun summer movie. I would compare it to like a Jurassic World. It's something you see.
It's that good?
It's something you watch and you go, okay.
No. I have that on Blu-ray. It's really good.
Do you really?
Yeah.
God, I hate you.
I own all the Jurassic
How
movies.
do I unplug your mic?
Here, watch. I'll show you.
No, it's more like that. Even Ghostbusters, or like, it's just a popcorn movie. You go, you see it, and you go, okay. But people are loving this movie. People are also hating it. People are loving this movie. Most people I went to see it with already saw it again. They just had a blast with it. That's the thing. The movie's fun. Is it a good movie? No. Does it have a good story? No. Does it have a strong villain? I like the villain, but most people did not. Does it have great characters? Yes. And that's it.
It's characters, yeah.
It's characters. I probably watched 3 hours of reviews after I got back from the movie because I like watching reviews.
Will Smith is a bad guy, you know.
People like, Will Smith. People hate Will Smith. People liked the Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie. People hated Margot Robbie. People said that the Jared Leto is just a notch below Heath Ledger. People said he's worse than Cesar Romero's ridiculous. That's the thing. I've never seen a movie
no agreement anywhere
in my life that's more polarized. So for me, my stance with this movie is it's super disposable. It doesn't move the universe forward anywhere, which is my biggest problem with it.
Yeah. Especially when only 3 movies in the universe.
Yeah, right. I wish there was... It feels like there's no consequence in the movie. That's my biggest problem.
Yeah.
At no point in the movie am I like, man, the stakes are so high because they're definitely in trouble.
Batman's dead.
I never felt that. And then at the same time, they kept forcing this. They're bad guys, but they don't act like bad guys. They act like heroes the whole movie. So I don't feel like they're bad guys. And I watched Assault on Arkham. They feel like bad guys in that movie, the Suicide Squad. They beat each other up. They try to one-up each other constantly. They're like, well, I'm better than you with that. And they're told to use rubber bullets. They use real bullets instead.
They don't.
They break all the rules. And the end of the movie... Not to like spoil, they break off from all like what they're supposed to be doing because they're bad guys. Whereas I feel like in the Suicide Squad,
they're looking for a way to get out. Yeah.
Like even just from the trailers, they don't act like bad guys.
No.
They act like a bunch of good guys. And then my other problems, I have loads of problems with the movie. I don't want to go into it, but like their team, it just sucks. The team just sucks only because they're like, we need metahumans. And I'm like, okay. You got one. You got some crazy girl. So I was just extremely disappointed. Would I see it again? This was what I told my brother because he didn't see it with us. I said, if you're gonna go see the movie or you're interested in going and seeing the movie, go see it. By all means, don't like not buy a ticket for this movie because you think it's gonna be bad or whatever. But would I say go see this movie? No, not really. Like I would say go see it because you want to keep up with the universe, but there's really not any universe building things in it.
Fair enough.
Enough so to get me excited for that. I'm gonna do it in the spoiler, talk about all the characters, but I'll just point out like my favorite and like least favorite here, just spoiler free. I will say Waller was my favorite character, which is interesting because I hated her trailers. I thought she seemed awful in the trailers. I think she's the best character, followed by Will Smith's Deadshot, which is another thing that I never would have expected. The other characters just don't have enough focus behind them for me to care about any of them besides Joker and Harley.
Yeah.
And like Deadshot. Like they're the characters.
They're just there.
Yeah. Characters are kind of background characters, and it sucks that it's like that. I wish the movie maybe took out a couple of the characters and
more focused.
And focused a lot on like 5 people or whatever. Because they had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They had like 8 people on this team. I just think it was a little overstuffed, and that was part of the problem. They're like, oh, we got to do the flashback for this character so you know why they're fighting. Oh, we got to do the flashback for this character, and it made all the flashbacks really rushed. And my biggest complaint with the movie is they got the team that cut the trailers to cut the movie. That's never a good idea. Don't do that.
No.
The movie is literally a music video. It's just like those notes when they hit them in the trailers. That is how it is in the movie. You're literally watching scenes from the movie. And they apparently cut over 10 minutes of Joker, which breaks my heart because he's what I was most interested in seeing. And he is not definitely. I like what I saw of him, but the stuff he does in the trailer, not even in the movie. It's ridiculous. So I don't want to go too much further into it. If I was going to give this a score, I would like. The thing is, I'm more closer to a 6 out of 10, but like I really would give it like a 5.9, like just below the 6. It's really I'm like
just above average, maybe average.
I mean, yeah, like I'm at that 5.9 to 5 cusp. That in that range, I don't think I could give it a 6.
Fair enough.
Which is unfortunate.
Is it?
Yes, yeah. It's really unfortunate. I wanted that. I mean, any movie where you start with Harley Quinn, like her first debut, and you have the Joker, the first Joker after the best Joker.
Nah.
You don't think that Heath Ledger's is the best Joker?
He's all right.
Would you like Nicholson's?
Oh yeah.
Really?
His is the best. He's great.
I think Heath Ledger is way better than Nicholson. But either way, after an iconic role as the Joker.
Oh, his was great. Yeah.
you want to see all that stuff.
He doesn't ever say,
and
"Would you dance with the devil?"
it's-
Probably like that.
It's just like he does have the Joker has a great line.
Yeah.
A line that I love in this new movie. He has lots of lines that I liked from the trailer that aren't in the
But
movie.
just aren't there. Yeah.
It's so unfortunate. So anyway, okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you have seen Suicide Squad or you just are a crazy person and you don't care about spoilers, the spoiler section is going to start in 3, 2, 1.
Let's jam.